What's up, it's you? For today's video, we've been full Phoebus evolution team. So we got Phoebus and we got Milotic. We got a lot of abilities between both of these Pokemon. We got Swift Swim, Oblivious, Marvel Scale, Competitive, Cute Charm, and Adaptability. I'll be using 2 Feebas and I'll be using 2 Milotic to have a team of 4. So I'll try my best to use as many abilities as I can. I've got 2 battles today with the Phoebus Evolution team and I hope you enjoy. First battle here, this one is against Art, and I believe we got some sort of theme team here. So see if you can guess it in the comment section of the video. Now, actually, Feebas is a pretty cool Pokemon. Is anyone's favorite Pokemon out there actually Feebas or Milotic? Let me know in the comment section of the video. I think Milotic's pretty cool, but let me know in the comment section why you like Milotic or Feebas, or if you do, put a little comment there below. All right, we got a Farfetch versus a Phoebus lead here. Farfetch is going to be sliding with a Sword Dance. I've got Rain Dance, Mirror Coat, Surf, and Ice Beam. I've got Focus Sash as the item and Adaptability as the ability. I've got max special attack and max speed. So I'm going to be going for an Ice Beam here on the Farfetch. I'm going to see if it's got a Sash. I'm hoping to go for a Free Sax here. And it didn't even get close to bringing it down to 1 health. It's a thick Farfetch, and it's going to go for Sword Dance and Last Resort. The good thing about it, I at least do have a Focus Sash, so I'm able to actually live 1 attack at least. But yes, a bulky Farfetch. I want to say that's like at least max health. So go for a Surf here. I've got the Adaptability. Let's see how much it does here. And it does around as much as Ice Beam, maybe a little bit, tiny bit more. And Farfetch is going to go for a Last Resort, and that is the end of my Phoebus. Now, I've got a thing about Phoebus, right? So back in Generation 3, it was a very, very difficult Pokemon to find and capture, right? You had to fish on specific tiles. I want to say this might be an unpopular opinion because, I don't know, most people may not like to do really tedious things like this, but I like that it was very, very rare to actually find. As the generations have gone on, it's just gotten easier and easier. I don't know, I felt like it was really, really cool how it was like a rare, difficult Pokemon to actually find. So what do you think about that? Do you like how Phoebus has got easy to get over the generations, or do you like that, or do you, hate it? You're like, I want this to be like a badge of honor, I guess you could say. Anyway, we're going to go on to our next Phoebus here. This one is a Flail, Waterfall, Scale Shot, and Tickle set. What I want to do here is increase my speed with Scale Shot, then I can go for a Flail, or maybe go for a Tickle, then a Flail. I've got Focus Sash, and I've got Oblivious as the ability. This one I actually was thinking about running a Swift Swim set, but I went against it. You could definitely run Swift Swim on Phoebus. It's not very fast at all. So that's going to be the end of our friend Farfetch. Apparently that Farfetch had a Quick Claw too. Next Pokemon is going to be PIMPNITE here. I'm going to go for the Waterfall. I'm going to try and get as many flinches as I can. Excellent damage here with a nice little crit. And PIMPNITE's going to go for a foul play there. And that's the end of my Phoebus. That Phoebus was a max speed and max attack set, Adamant Nature. Now, the next Pokemon I swapped in here, it's starting to rain again, right when Milotic's come out. So this is a Hydro Pump, Blizzard, Mud Shot, and Protect set with Marvel Scale. Now, I didn't really want to run like a stalling Marvel Scale set because that was like kind of gross. So I decided to put the Marvel Scale onto the special attacking bulky Milotic. So I've got max health and max special attack, but it's very offensive. It runs very, very offensive and hits pretty hard too. So I've got that Flame Orb there. The opponent's actually going to set up a Substitute, which is a little bit annoying. I'm going to go for Mud Shot here. That's the best move I can go for. I don't really want to go for like Hydro Pump because it's probably going to miss. So here comes the foul play from the opponent there. Doesn't really do a lot of damage, obviously, and Mud Shot misses. It's annoying because I've got Blizzard and Hydro Pump. I don't want to go for those moves, so I have to go for Mud Shot. So unfortunately, I don't even know why that move is not 100% accurate for. It doesn't even make sense. It's not like, it's not like super overpowered or anything like that. So go for your Mud Shot again on the opponent. It's got that sub up again, and we're going to break that sub. So I was curious what sort of moves it had sub and foul play. What were the other moves that I had? My question got quickly answered by a swift little guillotine. Unfortunately for the opponent, it is going to miss my Milotic. Thank goodness. And that is going to be the end of that. Now, this was a 4 versus 4 Pokemon team too. Milotic's going to take some more damage from the Flame Orb there. Now, the next Pokemon is going to be Ordino here too. So, Ordino is pretty bulky. It's probably going to take my Hydro Pump fairly well. So, go for Hydro Pump. It's like, well, this should do around maybe half health if I'm lucky. And it did pretty much exactly half health. Now the Ordino's going to go for Gravity. I'm like, oh, that's good because that's going to, that's definitely going to help out my inaccurate moves like Hydro Pump and Blizzard. So I'm like, okay, this is really good. Will I be able to take the Ordino out in the next shot? It's like, I'm not sure because it did actually have leftovers and I wasn't sure whether that was max damage or min damage. So firing off another Hydro Pump there and Ordino is just going to live due to its natural bulk there. It's going to be a Gravity and Thunder set, which is pretty cool. Milotic is max health, obviously, so I'm going to be able to live that. And Ordino's special attack, well, it's not the greatest out there in the world, but it's still just a pretty good damage tree. I can simply finish off with another attacking move after this. But Milotic's got like, 1 or 2 more turns, and then it's going to be fainting. So go for Blizzard there, making full use of the Gravity, and Ordino is going to faint. Now, there's only one more Pokeball left here, so I'm going to be fainting, on the very last, probably this is my last turn. Last Pokemon is going to be Oddish. I was like, okay, Oddish, well, I can go for a Blizzard here. It is going to be a Dynamax Oddish. I think that's it. Was that a Safari Ball? I didn't quite see that. It looked like a Safari Ball for a second, but I could be wrong. Like, I quickly just seen that green. It might be another ball of that, but it looked like that. Shiny Oddish looks really cool. I always like Shiny Oddish. Looks good. So I was curious what this Oddish would do. I know it's going to go for a Grass move or maybe a Poison move. Maybe it'll try and boost their special attack. So go for Blizzard. Oddish takes that very, very well, actually. And now it's going to go for that Max Overgrowth, putting that Grass on the field. Now, I've got one more Pokeball left here, which is also Milotic, and this Milotic in question is a physical set, so I'm wondering what, sort of damage I can actually do to this. So, bye-bye Milotic. That was a pretty good F there, trying to take out the Oddish. Oddish is, as you know, a very, very powerful Pokemon, especially in Dynamax. So next Pokemon here is going to be Milotic. This is a physical set, as I mentioned before. So I know that Coil is a nice move on Milotic, so let's make a bulkier defense and increase its attack too. Like, it's cool because Milotic can actually run quite a few different things. Like, you can run Dragon Dance too, and like, it even run like a physical attacker, special attacker, and run support. It's a very versatile Pokemon, It's always hard to one-shot too. It's just got like a lot of bulk. It's got good speed as well. Now, this set, I'm actually, I need to put my glasses on real quick. Give me 1 second, people. All right, my glasses are on there. Just reading some tiny text at the moment. So I've got Coil, Aqua Tail, Triple Axle, and Recover. I've got the ability Cute Charm, and I've got the item as leftover. So I wanted to stall out this Oddish's Dynamax, right? It's going to go for a Max Ooze, trying to increase its special attack. I thought I might try and do that. Now, the only bad thing about this Milotic is it's not going to hit very hard because it is max health and max special attack. So I don't have any attack EVs at all. And, naturally, Milotic's attack stat isn't very high. So I'm going to need quite a few calls to do any damage. Like, as you can see, I did like hardly any damage to Oddish at all. Even outside of Dynamax, like, say if I'm versing Oddish and it's not in Dynamax, I feel like it's still going to live. And it may have some sort of recovery. It may even have, like, Strength Sap too or something like that. So Oddish is going to boost its special attack by 1 stage, and it's got that Grass down too, so we'll be hitting me reasonably hard for, whatever Grass type move it actually has here too. I just need to get enough coils up to try and go for Triple Axle. I know that Aqua Tail's not going to do a lot of damage either, so I'm going to need to hope for some good luck there with Triple Axle. I actually have a video on my channel capturing the original, or finding the original Phoebus as well. If I don't know if anyone ever still doesn't know how to do that, or maybe you've never played Generation 3. You got to fish on the specific tiles and find it. Then it's 50%, like, has a 50% chance of spawning in the tiles. That's very, very common, but it only appears in 4 of them. It's I just thought that was a really unique sort of a way to find. I know it's a pain in the ass and it's difficult, but I don't know. I just felt like that could have been retained in the games, that sort of thing. Anyway, and its evolution. I mean, its evolution method was a pain in the bum too. I know they've got the Prism scale now, but it's just interesting how it's sort of got, like, things have sort of gotten easier. Maybe things have just gotten easier in Pokemon in general. That could definitely be it too. So anyway, Oddish is going to get some more healing back here, and I've got my Dynamax ending here, so I can go for Triple Axle and hopefully take out this Oddish. Now, Triple Axle is going to miss the very first time, and now Oddish is going to have Moonlight. So Moonlight is going to heal up the Oddish there. I guess the only good thing is it is hailing, so it's not going to get, like, lots of health recovery, but it still does have grassy terrain too. So I've got some opportunities here, maybe to go for 1 Triple Axle, but I wasn't really sure. I'm sure it's running Everlight. Like, it has to be running Everlife. My Milotic does have leftovers too, and Gracie's range, so I know that I can live this Oddish's attack. Like, even if it's got like a powerful move, I should be okay. I know that it does have +1 in special attack. So now I'm going to use this opportunity to go for a coil on my Milotic here and boost my accuracy and boost my attack. I love our triple axle. Like triple axle's a good move. Like, don't get me wrong, right? But it can miss and it cannot land 3 turns. So a lot of the time, like, sometimes it's better just running like a physical ice move. At least you, like, you know, say if you had an option, like maybe you had an option between ice punch or ice triple axle. I know triple axle's good, but it's got to land those 3 times and it can't miss and stuff like that. So I guess that's sort of like the downside to that attacking move. So Oddish is going to have the Giga Drain. That does an enormous amount of damage on my Milotic, and it's also healing off Oddish at the same time. So that's my triple axle. There's 1 hit, there's 2 hit, and there's 3 here. That really didn't do a lot of damage. And Oddish can actually keep going Moonlight here as well. And, you know, this is bad because I might actually only roll a single axle or a double axle. And the moment that happens, Oddish could actually go for the Giga Drain. Or it could keep attacking me with Giga Drain too. So, yeah, I don't know who's actually going to, like, at this point, I was like, man, like, I may have to go for another coil here to boost Milotic's, you know, attack stat, you know, and get some more damage. So Oddish is going to go for a Moonlight. I just went for triple axle. I was really trying to press this Oddish to see how much damage I could do to it. Or maybe get, like, a lucky critical hit. So I put Oddish around about the same amount of health it had before Moonlight. So Oddish can't, I mean, Oddish could attack me here, but I feel like it's not going to get enough recovery back from the Giga Drain. I decided to go for a coil here just to boost my attack. I wanted to take this Oddish out just in 1 clean hit. I didn't want it to be able to stall. So instead of actually using Moonlight this time, it actually goes for a Giga Drain. I thought it might try and go for, you know, Moonlight again. And it's going to get some health back, but it didn't get anywhere near it got from the Moonlight. So now Oddish is good to go for the triple axle here to take this Oddish out. Unless Oddish gets a crit or I don't take it out, which would be really weird. So I get my first crit there on the very first hit, and the second hit almost takes out, and the third hit is going to do the job. So there you go, people. A Milotic versus Oddish matchup there. I'm not sure what sort of theme team that is. If you can guess what that theme team is, let me know in the comment section of the video. If you enjoy the videos, people, make sure you drop a like, though. It really does help out. And let's get on to battle number 2. Holy smokes, this was a very, very long battle. So this is a battle that gets Hunt down, and we got another 4v4 Pokemon battle. Now, this battle was extraordinarily frustrating. So I had to speed a good section of this battle, but you get to see soon. So we're going to Rotom Watch Lead here. I've got my Phoebus, and I'm going to use Tickle. And we're going to tickle that washing machine and drop its defense and attack. I don't think it's going to be using the attacking move, but then it paralyzed me. It's like, okay, fair enough. Phoebus is going to get paralyzed. I mean, it's not really a fast Pokemon anyway. At least I outsped Rotom. Now, the Rotom is going to go for Confuse Ray, so it's a Parafusion set. So this is just going to be a general pain in the bum, really, my Phoebus, and hopefully it doesn't hit itself in Confusion. So Phoebus, this set basically can go for a Waterfall or a Flail. So I went for Waterfall, but, you know, nothing really happened. Now, the Rotom's going to go for Astonish here. Astonish is going to put me down onto a low amount of health because it actually got a critical hit. But that one flinched me, so it's a flinching set with Astonish and, you know, Thunder Wave and Confused Ray. So I press Flail here, and I actually managed to get a Flail off. Does excellent damage here to Rotom with a critical hit, but Rotom actually has a berry here, so it's going to, you know, use its berry up. So I'm like, okay, well, you know, it's not all that bad. At least I did use a berry up here, and, you know, Phoebus did a pretty good job, because Phoebus isn't what you call a real hard hitter. I actually have to, I'm thinking about actually redoing if we get Phoebus in Gen 9, I can't remember if actually, I think we've seen Milotic in the trailer, but, if Phoebus is in Gen 9, I may actually have to redo my Phoebus week, because it's been like, I think it's been like 8 or 9 years or something like that. It's been a very, very long time. So first things first, I'm going to swap my Milotic. I'm going to go for Protect, and I'm not going to allow the Rotom to paralyze me, because that's just going to be annoying. So of course, Rotom's going to go for a Confused Ray here, and my Milotic is going to be confused. Now this is the bulky special attacker set. So unfortunately, I don't really have a lot to hit Rotom Watch with. When you look at all of my Pokemon, I've either got water moves and I've got ice moves. And that's really it. I mean, I've got Scale Shot on Phoebus, but that's not really doing too much. Now, this was the longest part of the battle. So in comes Cramorant, another water-type Pokemon, which means I won't be able to use my water-type moves like more. They won't be doing a lot of damage. Now, this Cramorant was really, really annoying. What it did, right, is it infatuated my Milotic, and it kept spamming its Gold Missile ability over and over again. Now, it also had the leftovers too, so I got paralyzed and immobilized by Love a lot of turns, like over and over and constantly over, right? Man, look at the fish inside Cramorant's mouth at the moment. So this part, I absolutely had to speed up there. My Milotic got wrecked. Now, my next Pokemon over here was my other Phoebus. Of course, every single Pokemon that came into this matchup, they got attracted, and then they got hit by Surf, and then, you know, there was an option too where the Cramorant could actually have the Pikachu in its mouth. I actually managed to get a Mirror Coat off there, but Phoebus ended up fainting anyway because it wasn't really bulky. So I'm down to my last Milotic now. Now, this Cramorant really can't touch me a lot, so I thought, what I'm going to do in this matchup here is set the coils up. The only problem is Cramorant does have a Pikachu in its mouth, and once that Pikachu gets fired at me, I am going to get paralyzed. So I need to make sure I've got enough coils up here. I have to beat the rest of the team, right? So I'm going to have to get like a lot of coils done. As you know, I've only got Aqua Tail and Triple Axle, so I'm going to need like a lot of hits. So we're going to go for the Triple Axle here on the Cramorant. I almost took it out at that point. It was very, very close. Then my Milotic, it kept getting paralyzed over and over and over again. It was super, super frustrating. Like, I think I was like 3 in a row. Then earlier on, I kept getting infatuated too, so it was crazy. There was like I kept getting calls up here too because I wanted to make sure that Cramorant would actually get fated. Like, as you know, a Triple Axle, I may have a chance to attack, but what if I only land 1 attack off against it, or 2, and it doesn't take Cramorant out? All this time, Cramorant kept getting its health back there, constantly left us. Like, it nearly healed itself all the way back to half health just with all the things. So I finally went for my Triple Axles there and took out the Cramorant. That was the biggest pain in the butt ever. Now, there's still 3 Pokemon left, and my Milotic was pretty, you know, it was pretty well set up right here, you know, it was pretty bulky, and we got this Rotom. So I know that Rotom is, you know, purely based around actually using Astonish, and I'd been paralyzed that much already. I hit the Dynamax button because I just wanted to take this damn thing out. I had a lot of like attack boosts here, and I thought if I go for the Max Geyser, you know, 2 hits should be enough to take out this Rotom. Then I've got, you know, 2 other Pokemon to deal with it. I mean, I still have to deal with a Dynamax Pokemon, but at least I can get around these like really annoying like troll sets. So here comes the Astonish there. I think they did 1 damage, then I got paralyzed in Dynamax. Like, damn, that really sucks. Leftovers is going to heal me up, which I guess is a good thing there, but I need to make sure I get the rain up here. Now Rotom is going to go for a Confused Ray on my Milotic. I guess that's a better play because Astonish is going to do like, you know, 1 damage and it's not going to have any flinching chance. And then Milotic got paralyzed again. Like, this is twice now, and the worst thing about Dynamaxing is if you don't do anything in Dynamax. If you waste your Dynamax, say you get paralyzed. Say the opponent plays you like a fiddle, right? You swap in to other moves, or you get max guarded 3 times in a row. That's the worst part about Dynamax, if it gets completely shut down and your opponent still has their Dynamax in the back. Like, that puts you at a serious, disadvantage. So I finally managed to get 1 Max Geyser off against a Rotom, and I got some more leftover recovery. But that was it. You know, that's all I got off against a Rotom. Like, 1 attacking move. That was the end of my Dynamax. So now I can go for the Aqua Tail. At least it's going to be boosted. Rotom is going to keep going for Astonish here, which is very, very annoying because it can fleet me. Oh, that was another. There's another crit. There's another fleet. Like, there's so much RNG in this battle. Like, I was getting so salty, mate. I just want to land 1 attack against this Rotom. So here comes another Astonish here. Astonish is a quality 99 hit KO, and you know, I actually snap out of the confusion and got a recover off here. I had to get a recover off there because of the last 2 Pokemon. I didn't know what sort of sets they were going to be. I knew they were going to probably be troll sets, but I thought it was good to get myself back to full health and then go for the Aqua Tail, right? That way I'd be like really, really bulky. Rotom's going to go for another. Is that another? Wow, there's another crit there. So another crit on a Sludge. I finally got an Aqua Tail off here. 3 minutes of the battle to go, and Rotom finally goes down. I want to say that Cramorant matchup there, out of the whole battle, like this battle is obviously going to go to 20 minutes, right? Out of that whole battle, that used up 5 to 7 minutes. That was nearly half the battle. Next Pokemon's going to be Gyarados, and it's a Scale Shot set. And this, as you know, Scale Shot is a multi-hitting move. So Gyarados got like, 4 hits off against my Milotic here, and it's got a, the item that the Gyarados has got is actually a King's Rock, so it managed to flinch my Milotic and get a speed boost. So I was getting hacks left, right, and center here. That's actually pretty good, rolling 4 Scale Shots on a scale, like obviously when you use Scale Shot, and then getting a King's Rock on top of that. That's actually pretty lucky. So now Gyarados is going to keep spamming Scale Shot. It misses this time, and I'm able to get a triple axe off. So there's 1. There's 2. The third one's not going to take it out, but it's going to do a lot of damage. So I can easily go for another attacking move and take out the Gyarados. Then there will only be 1 Pokemon left. I don't think Gyarados is going to be Dynamax either, because its moves are going to do like no damage. So Gyarados is just trying to like flinch me over and over again there. So there's 3 Scale Shots on my Milotic. This time it only lands 3 times, thank goodness. I guess the only good thing it is actually dropping its defense, so that's going to benefit my my Milotic. So go for Aqua Tail there. I'm not going to miss either due to all the coils that I've done, and that is the end of Gyarados. Now, there's only 1 more Pokemon left here, and this was another troll set. Like every one of these was a troll set. Like Rotom, that was a Thunder Wave, Confused Ray, Astonish troll set. Cramorant, that was just a stalling set with Surf, firing Pikachu's off, left, right, and center. And the Gyarados Scale Shot, King's Rock set, and the Primarina was I guess a Liquid Voice Perish Song set. So I'm going to go for Aqua Tail here on the Primarina. That does good damage, but it's still a 3-hit KO. So that's going to be the leftovers recovery there on my Milotic. We got 20 seconds left of this battle here. The Milotic actually, I think the Milotic actually died. Yeah, the Milotic actually went for the, not the Milotic, the Primarina went for the Dynamax here and stalled out almost the last turn of Perisong. But it didn't get, I think we got down to like 1 turn of Perisong, and you know, that was virtually it. So that was pretty much the end of this battle, but holy smokes, that Cramorant was like the most, I love Cramorant, but that Cramorant was like the most annoying Pokemon in existence. And it didn't help that I got paralyzed so many times. You know what? Question of the day here. How many times did I get paralyzed in that battle? All right, people. Peace out.